always when we discuss matters in Jogoo House, Professor Suda, members of the council, Garissa University, the acting Vice Chancellor, Professor Ahmed Osman Warfa, the Vice Chancellors of other universities present, the Deputy Vice Chancellors present, members of the University Senate, Garissa University staff, parents, guardians and sponsors, graduates, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, can I first ask all our MCAs of our county assembly if they're here to stand up so that we recognize them. They are part of our leadership. Please, MCAs, stand up. Stand up and let's clap for them. They are very, very important people in the leadership of our county. Please sit down. It's indeed a privilege and great pleasure for me to stand before you this morning to preside over the first ever graduation ceremony of Garissa University. It's an honor not only to me but also to the community of Garissa Town, Northeastern Province, and the country at large. Madam Chancellor, I'm proud to be associated with Garissa University, having been among the champions that ensured its existence today. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me at this juncture to congratulate the graduates on your deserved achievement. I know it has been easy. It has taken hard work, sacrifice, dedication, all to prepare you to reach where you are today. Congratulations and well done. Allow me to state the words of the famous African icon, Nobel Peace Prize winner, and the freedom fighter Nelson Mandela, who said, and I quote, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world, and nobody should cheat you that there is any other weapon. That is a weapon that can change society." Ladies and gentlemen, Garissa University has uniquely prepared you for the world, equipping you with knowledge, skills, and the right attitude for the contemporary life and work experience. The ball now is in your court to be all that you can be in becoming good ambassadors of your alma mater of Garissa University. I'm informed that many of you are seasonal professionals in your own right. I implore you to negotiate the opportunities for partnership with your alma mater to promote and enhance research and attract funding. Such funding will develop and enhance the university facilities. I also urge you to participate in the growth and development of our country. Congratulations once again, and God bless you all. Madam Chancellor, may I take this opportunity to appreciate your former university college management, staff and council, chaired by my former lecturer at Moi University, who, when I was doing my first degree and I want to travel all the way to Garissa, I used to leave my luggage in his house. And a man I respect a lot, Dr. Huka Wario, and please stand if you are here. He was my teacher and he was a senior professor at Moi University then, who is here with us today for their tireless effort to ensure that the university was awarded charter by His Excellency the President on 23rd of October 2017. Special thanks go to my former Chancellor of Moi University, Professor Richard K. Mibei, who is also here. A man I have a lot of respect for championing the establishment of this university. He personally walked to my office many days. I personally worked day and night with the above, with all other stakeholders, to ensure that the university eventually opened its doors in October of 2013. Ladies and gentlemen, Garissa University has come a long way to reaching this far. Since inception, the university has faced enormous challenges of financial inadequacy and insecurity. Yet, it has remained resilient and eventually triumphed, leading to this graduation. The worst of threat, of course, was a terrorist attack on 2nd of April 2015, where over 148 innocent, promising young Kenyans who are learning lost their life. That was the darkest day in the history of my political career and the history of our country. When that morning I came here with my old friend and the late General Kaiseri, who was then the Minister for Interior, and the former Inspector General of Police, Mr. Boynet, those of us, when history is written, we will remember. But we want to tell all extreme forces, we want to tell Al-Shabaab that your intention was to close Garissa University. And today I'm sure where you are, you must be watching this graduation. And you want to prove indeed and use the proverb that the pen is mightier than the sword and the gun. That never again will you use terror to divide our people. That day I remember in Parliament, in the streets, Kenyans of all walks of life stood with us, the people of Garissa and the people of Northern Kenya. Kenyans said in unison, in unity, that it's not the Muslims who committed that attack. It's criminals who did that. And I'm happy today that we have won. We have won against terror. We have won against Al-Shabaab. And I am sure wherever they are, the Kenya Defense Forces, our gallant soldiers, will look for them and uproot them from every tree and from every hole. The fact that university has reopened after the attack is up and running, attest to the proverb that the pen is mightier than the sword or the gun. I'm happy that through the intervention by the Office of His Excellency the President, a police post with about 30 police officers and the security fence around the university is now complete. This has beefed up the security of the university. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no past that is insurmountable. No challenge is so great not to be overcome. I am glad we are here today as evidence of our dedication and commitment towards ensuring that our youth get the best education they can, despite the deplorable attack that happened some years back. In here, I see future presidents. In here, among these graduates, I see future members of parliament. And in here, I see people who will succeed me as the leader of majority in the future. I urge you all to cut a niche in our society. Let Garissa University be known for its pros in medicine, like the great Hopkins University in the US. Let it be known for its mastery in business, like the famous London School of Economics in the UK. Let it be known for its expertise and proficiency in IT, like the famous MIT Massachusetts Institute of Technology in the US. Ladies and gentlemen, all these universities have something in common. They embrace success and hard work. And today, they are the most prestigious universities in the world. Garissa University can be MIT. Garissa University can be the London School of Economics. Garissa University can be Johns Hopkins University, and even better. May you all strive towards this knowing that you can be everything you dream to be. Today, I have achieved one of my dreams of making sure that under our leadership, with other leaders like Senator Haji, we are leaving a legacy that there is a university in Northern Kenya. Today, in my constituency, you have a fully fledged Kenya Medical Training College. In this constituency, you have a teachers training college. And in this constituency, you have the National Polytechnic. All this happened because of the Kenya government under the leadership of President Kibaki and President Uhuru Kenyatta. Madam Chancellor, I urge the university management to remain innovative and enhance consultation with all the stakeholders to ensure up-to-date intervention in handling security and cases of violent extremism, which has remained a global challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm aware of the financial challenge facing the university, like all other public universities in our country. The Ministry of Education has proposed a raft of measures for rationalizing university education for sustainability. I support these proposals, but I urge a special affirmative consideration by the Ministry of Education to ensure that equitable access to university education among old and young universities. And I want to confirm, as the leader of majority, that the chair of education and the chair of budget and the Minister for Finance will put resources for development in this financial year 2019-2020, which we have passed the appropriation bill awaiting the presidential assent. Against this historical background, the government should support this university to develop key proposed infrastructure facilities like the modern library, the tuition block, the lecture halls, and hire core and competent academic staff. I will remain steadfast in fronting for additional funding of the university